Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace.
So welcome to the program, our sister Diana. Now, who is Diana?
Thank you very much. My name is Diana Wachira. I love the Lord. I'm born again. I'm a mother of two, and the Lord has been with us in this marriage. Yes.
Now, I want us to talk about intermarriage in Christianity, or intermarriage in what? Whichever. Sawa sawa. Now, there is a narrative, and we have so many communities in Kenya which talk about when you want to get married or when you want to marry a wife, you must get a wife from your community. And some of these people, they talk about Abraham, and they say that even Abraham, when he left his home area and he went to the place where God commanded him to go, when a time came for Isaac to marry, one of the servants was told by Abraham himself to go back to where Abraham had come from to get a wife for Isaac from his community. And some people, they talk about, that verse, and that is it. And there are even some communities, and I am not talking about communities here in Kenya only, because this is a program that is being watched in the whole world. There are some communities, and if you belong to that community, my viewer, you can drop a comment there if it is a taboo for your community somebody to marry from a different community. So some of these communities, they term it, they see it as a taboo that somebody should marry from their own community. Now, you are not married in your own community. Okay. Maybe you can take us through the reaction when you went to your parents and you said to them, now it is time for me to get married. When they asked you, who is the lucky guy? And you told them Wachira, how was the reaction? Maybe you can take us through that process.
A very interesting topic. I remember that day, they were kind of, they were in between, and though it was accepted, but it was kind of hard I think for them to understand that I've gone to the Kikuyu side because I am a Luya, and but it was okay. But you could see there was a little bit of, I don't know how to say it, but you could
they
see
doubted.
There was a doubt that it might not work, but they wanted to see who this guy was. Then after that, after seeing him and knowing who he is, they kind of now accepted and now wanted to know more about him, because there was also a season whereby Mungikis was there.
I remember.
And the Mungiki, most of it was just the Kikuyu side. There was none on the other.
So people from your side, they were very much worried.
Yes.
That is the word. Yeah?
Yes. And then the other aspect was, is he God-fearing? Is he a man who is reliable? Yeah, but basically only tribe was an issue, but not that much until they understood his philosophy, his way of life, and his religion. Then everything kicked in properly. Yes, and he was accepted. And
right now they are very, very much comfortable.
Very much comfortable. They consider him a son more than me.
Hey, that's so good. That is beautiful. I know that my viewers now, at least you can understand something. Whatever topic that we are talking about, it is going to build you. If you are still trapped in that cocoon of, tribe, and your tribe or your community being against the intermarriage. Now, Diana, do you have any cultural differences when you are in the house with Mr. Wachira? Do you have anything that you see different? Like in food, because I remember there is a time I worked in a certain town I won't mention it. And there is a lady who came and told me, oh, your food, there is a food that you normally call mokimo. And maybe later I will be showing my viewers what mokimo is, not in this program, but maybe in another program, yeah? And she told me that that food cannot even pass her throat here. She does not like that food. Do you face, you know, some food challenges or something like that, and any other cultural difference? Do you have any?
When in regards to food, maybe my husband has a difference, because for me I don't have any problems whatsoever, but you find that I was raised eating ugali.
Yeah, ugali, ugali.
Ugali was the staple meal, but for my husband, because he was brought up eating mokimo, githeri,
and waru,
more of waru. For us Luyas, finding a man who eats ugali, eating rice or eating potatoes too much it's hardly seen. And most men in the western region would find it not a meal but a snack per se. And like ugali, which it fills the stomach really well. So for him, maybe we can say ugali is not his favorite, though I cook, lakini it's
so
not his...
right now he's getting used to.
Yes, he's getting used to ugali,
yes.
A bit of mshanye, which is a mixture of sweet potatoes and beans. But he enjoys it, but not a meal that you would like to eat every now and then.
Okay, so when you get into this kind of a marriage, of course you will expect, you know, some new changes, some new things to come. Like us in our community where Mr. Wachira comes from, there is a food that we normally call pilau njeri. You know, everything is cooked in one sufuria. Yeah? So I don't know, lakini you get ready to get some, you know, differences, and I know it is going to work for you also. Now, what about communication skills? When he talks, you know, we have different tongue. Different communities have different tongues, how maybe they pronounce things. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that. Now, because my husband is Kikuyu, you'd find so many times he will talk in his dialect, and Navile, I've gotten married to the other side. Now I have to learn it and know what he's saying. Matamuchi.
It comes once in a while. And it was kind of hard somehow, but I knew it was teaching me, because when I go back home in Nyandarua,
yes,
that is where our home is.
No, that is where you are married.
Yes.
Yes.
When we go there, it will mean we have to talk in that. I have to understand it.
Yes.
And know how things are, how he is brought up, and communication is important. And once in a while maybe nitakuwa nimezembea kwa hiyo Kikuyu hadi wa leo hii, but I still understand a few words here and there.
Now what about him? Does he have any problem, especially when you are pronouncing, you know, some things?
Wachira has no problem with.
He doesn't have any problem
with how I pronounce some things. Maybe just a few things that in food, maybe when I'm cooking, those are the zitamchanganyisha. Like when I say, I'm used to saying the water is boiling, yes, but I would say, chunga imepapachira, because kupapachira is it's Kiluya,
yes.
And it's so easy for me to say it than angalia maji kama inachemuka.
So wakati mulianza, it was very hard for him to understand what you were talking about.
But he ameanza kuzoea, amezoea hata saizi he can also, but now when we go back to my home, there's more of Kiluya. And when I go back to his home, there's more of Kikuyu. Sometimes I feel left out kidogo.
Yes.
And I know also he finds himself also in that trap of being left out kidogo. But we come to an understanding that it is all good, because it is when you go home, things are different from how the two of you in the home. When you go back to the village, they'll talk Kikuyu,
yes,
or Kiluya, whether you've gone to Western or you've gone to Kikuyu land. And it is okay.
So that is a challenge. It is another challenge.
Yes.
Because sometimes, you know, when you go, I have worked with people from a different community from mine. And there are some challenges that I used to go through. When they are together, they almost forget that I am there.
Yes.
So they talk in their language, and sometimes I would feel very offended. Yeah, it was very offensive for me. And I don't know. You are saying that sometimes when you go to those family meetings and they are speaking, you said, how do you normally manage that? Do you feel offended? Ama, how do you feel? I know also him, when he comes to your place, they will do the same. Because communities, God created, communities, he gave us, different tongues. So there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong, my viewer, talking your language. But how do you manage that? Do you feel offended?
To be honest, at the moment, no. But before then, maybe the first year of marriage, I kind of felt offended kidogo too, because I really wanted to understand what was happening. There's always that need of hearing and knowing what is being said, so that you don't feel awkward of some sort, because maybe someone would be saying something very, very important, and for you, because you don't hear, it leaves you out, and you find yourself kind of unasikia ni kama ni msegenyo,
yes,
for lack of a better word. And I think I just decided to just let it go, and decided to at least try and learn it more. Not learning, for me, my learning is to know how this is said and how that is pronounced, but I can't talk it. That is my challenge. I can only talk a few Kikuyu words, but hearing, I'm very good at hearing.
Now, who teaches you how to speak in Kikuyu?
No one. I have to mix the little I know. I just, when people mention some things, a few things, then you will pick what this is said, or what this means. That's what
you flow. You flow.
Yes,
with them.
You flow with them.
Even if you don't.
Once in a while, you just hear someone saying what a book is, what a stone is, what a tree is, and then slowly by slowly, and others you connect with Kiluya.
Okay.
And you connect, and you join the dots.
You connect, you join the dots, and you are happy.
And you flow.
Okay, now, my viewers, thank you. After this, I think we will talk about the identity. Each and every person wants to be identified with their community. And because these are two people from different communities, she is going to talk about the identity of their kids shortly after this. Stay put, don't go anywhere. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so, like and share. And I know that we will work together, and God is going to bless us.